What's going on, guys? Wanted to do a little bit of a raw, uncut video. Usually I talk a lot about strategy, mindset, and a lot of the technicals when it comes to trading. But I think it's more important to take a step back and really understand how a human, how a person really is throughout the trading journey. So when I first started off trading, obviously the main intent was to make money, right? I was already working at 9 to 5. I wanted to make more money. And trading was that one thing that really caught my eye. I traded years ago in 2020, made a little bit of money, had some success here and there, but more so it was me just gambling, and eventually it led me to take a few losses that eventually just helped me or made me lose motivation, and I completely stopped. About 2 years later, actually, I got back into trading, but this time with a completely different mindset. Up until that point, I tried a few other businesses and I already had a little bit of experience in terms of knowing and how to get through that rough patch, those beginning phases of trying something new and really starting to see some success after that. So trading was that one thing that I honestly have stuck through probably the longest without seeing a lot of result. It took me almost close to 4 years to find even a little bit of profitability, and even then I wouldn't say I was making a crazy amount of money. But the one thing that really helped me get over the edge, and for a lot of people it might not even take 4 years, for me, I honestly am a slow learner. I did a lot of strategy hopping. I tried a bunch of different mentorships, and the mistake with that is every single person that you learn from is going to have something different to say, some new strategy, different strategy that they use, different tool set, whatever the case is. And that's the one downside of following many different people, or just learning from social media from as many people as you can. So taking a step back, as a person, as a human, what is the one thing that really allowed me to change my mindset, to go from unprofitable, from going from strategy hopping and taking loss after loss, to finally finding some sort of profitability that I can find consistency in and scale? That was really just telling myself that I can do this. If I can make $1 from one particular strategy, I can scale that 10x, 100x, as long as I'm seeing the results day in and day out. So for me particularly, it took me almost 3.5 to 4 years to figure out that, hey, the break and retest strategy works for me. For me, that works because I can see it clearly. I can spot it out in multiple different time frames. I can have a decent amount of size where I'm making a decent amount of profit each and every day without panicking if it goes a little over or under my stop loss. I'm able to stay calm and under pressure and still execute the trade. I don't have to fall under bad habits such as chasing and entering trades because of FOMO, holding my losers way too long, scaling out way too fast, to see green, take green. That was the one strategy that worked for me, and that took 3.5 to 4 years to find. Finding the strategy is the easy part. Understanding the strategy, learning the strategy, that's the easy part. But having the mindset and telling yourself that you're gonna only stick to the strategy you have proven of putting that it has worked for you for X amount of days, X amount of weeks, you have a certain success rate when it comes to your win rate for this and only this strategy, for these amount of names that you're looking to trade. You have to tell yourself that this is going to work, and no matter win or loss, if you're on a losing streak for 3, 4, 5 days, whatever, you're gonna stick to that strategy because you have evidence that it has worked for you day in and day out. Now, how do you get to the point where you can have enough confidence to tell yourself that, hey, this strategy, this ticker that I'm trading is going to work long term? Well, again, you have to spend the initial learning stages, those rough periods of just getting into trading to really understand the basics, really focusing on the fundamentals, not worrying about the money, really understanding, okay, how can I read a chart? How can I mark out levels? What strategies are available for me to learn? Which strategies can I apply with small size to see if it works for me, to see how I react mentally, because everyone's going to react differently for a different type of trading. My mentors did a lot of breakout trading, a lot of momentum trading. That didn't work for me. I didn't like how fast paced it was, so I had to take a step back and reevaluate. Break and retest works perfectly for me. I'm able to take one aspect of trading that I learned from my mentors, and I'm able to add my own twist to it, to where I'm able to stay calm under pressure and apply everything that I am learning to really see profitability every single day. So the mindset change, to even get to the point where you can have a mindset change, you have to be able to stick it out in the rough periods. Experiment with different strategies, but stick with one strategy, one at a time. Give it 2-3 weeks, see what the results are, see what the data is, back test, really see the numbers. If let's say you're testing out one strategy for a period of 2 weeks, how many losses did you take during that week? How many wins did you take during that week? How is the quality of the trades that you are experiencing during this time? That is a lot of what goes into the time that you're putting in trading outside of market hours. Non-market hours is going to have a direct correlation into how you're performing as a trader when that bell rings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern every single day. And it took me a long time to understand that. I thought that I could just go in and trade once the market opens and learn in real time. And that's not how it works. That's a gambling mindset. Why risk your hard-earned money without any kind of practice? For athletes, you practice 3, 4, 5, 6 days before game day. Apply that same mindset for trading. And another thing, a lot of people try to get into trading to look for quick money. And one thing I've learned in my short 30 years of life is that there's no quick money in anything, unless if you're genuinely just gambling. I've tried many different businesses. I've tried e-com, I've done wholesale real estate, I've worked in IT, I've done contracting, I've done everything. And none of it is easy. All of it requires some sort of hard work and time, and it's the same exact process that you have to apply in any other field. So whether you're looking to trade or whether you're looking to do e-com or whatever it is, you're going to experience that initial few weeks, months, years where you're not seeing a lot of results. You're gonna have to really understand what is the process that you're taking, how efficient are you being. And when you hear screen time, it's not just sitting behind the screen and mindlessly looking at charts. Like, what are you actually doing? What are you actually reading? What are you actually analyzing? Those are all the things that's gonna matter to get you to the point where you can even have a mindset change. And once you're able to finally figure out, hey, this is the strategy that works for me, these are the names that I like to trade because I've spent these months, these years gathering the data that proves to me that, hey, I can be successful with it because I have a 60%, 70%, 80%, 90% win rate, which proves to me that I will be profitable. I can take X amount of losses and I will still be profitable. And that is what trading is. And once you can get to that point, then you can have the mindset change that fuck everything. No matter what happens, no matter how many losses I take, no matter what this guy is posting on social media and whatever results he's showing, I don't care. I'm going to stick with what works for me. And that's the mindset change and shift that I had to have for myself. I had to stop caring about what this other guy is trading, not have shiny object syndrome, and really just tell myself to shut up. I have the data to back up my own success. I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to double down on that. I'm going to perfect it, and I'm going to scale that. I know I spoke a lot, but I just want to leave off with these 2 notes. Number 1, whether you're looking to get into trading, e-com, business, your school, you're working 9 to 5, you're going to have those initial few months in the beginning where you feel hopeless, you feel lost, you're not seeing much progress. That is normal. That is a part of the game for any new venture you're looking to start or get into. The biggest important thing behind all of that is you have to stick it out. You have to be able to continue seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and understand that that is a process. It's going to require constant mindset change, and you're going to have that ultimate mindset change to tell yourself that the research that you've done, the hard work that you have put in was for a reason, and you have evidence to back up that you will be successful no matter what.